Welcome back, Football Manager Fanatics. Season number 10 of Cadbury Athletic's Born to Win. We've made it into the championship. We've made a lot of new signings. It needed to be done. We're not restricted by FFP any longer. Let me show you what we've been doing. Now, firstly, as we always do with every new season, we have brand new kits. We've gone with purple and we've gone with like a goldy orange as well. HSBC have sponsored us, but look at this funky little design here on our home kit. Castor shirts, hopefully there's no issues with water with these, but absolutely fantastic. Now, the reason you're here, the reason I love Football Manager, transfers, and we have made a lot. Now, with the ins and outs, one sale was made at the end of last season. Zarius Carvel went to Wrexham for 1.5 million. We brought him in on a free. To be honest, he didn't really play that much. Played 6 games at the end of last season, although he's made a good start to life with Wrexham so far with 1 goal and 1 assist, but wasn't to be for ourselves. 2.2 million in sales have been made. Etienne Tipple has left and gone to Luton for 85,000. This guy was our left back for last season. He was on £2,000 a week. It was quite a lot in the grand scheme of things. 6.93 across 36 games. I mean, he got 7 assists, fair play to him, but yeah, we wanted someone with a little bit more solidarity at the back. Alexander Jovanovic has gone out on loan, but he's a new player that's came in. Jack Barnes has gone to Sligo Rovers for 1.3 million. Another guy that we brought in on a free at the end of last season. He was a good player, but when 1.3 million comes in and you signed him for free, he is one that has to go. 8 goals, 3 assists last season for us, and 3 player of the matches. Jack Barnes, enjoy your time back in Ireland. Also, Alessandro Caselli, I was very sad to see this guy go. There was something that happened. Our wages, we needed to reshuffle. He was on £1,000 a week. He's gone to Leyton Orient and he's on £6,500. A good servant for the club. I'm going to miss him in the match engine, especially at his 5-foot height. Yeah, bit of a shame to see him go, but 675,000, we can't complain with that. Ben Grayson has also gone to Stevenage for £165,000. Yeah, he just wasn't doing it for us. He did play a few games last season, 25, 7 goals, 5 assists, a 7.04 rating, which is very good, but not the quality of player that we need going into the championship. Now we have a lot of sales, but even more players coming into the team. We're going to do a rundown from lowest to highest, or least fee paid. So we have Aballo. He's coming on loan from Bordeaux. He's going to play across the front three. He may not even play at all, but he's there for a bit of squad depth and nothing paid for his wages as well. So very happy to get Arafat Aballo into the team. Armani Rihoy is our new left back, even though his best position is right back. Is our left back for this season. We brought him in on a free, £2,000 a week. I think comparing him to Etienne Tipple, yeah, there's no brainer here. Very happy to bring him in, valued in at 1.8 to 4.6 million. So Armani Rihoy, welcome to the club. Now these 2 players are ones we've been chasing for a long portion of this game save. Kieran Moore finally has joined us. Released at the end of last season, we brought him in on a free, £5,000 a week, one of our highest earners at the club. He's a Northern Irish international. I mean, he's going to play as an attacking midfielder behind our striker. 6'2", great leadership as well coming into the squad. Jumping reach of 16, good for dribbling, finishing, and good anticipation, and just good all-round mentals as well. 1.7 to 2.7 million. Kieran Moore, welcome to the club. He is followed by Kavanagh Everest, our striker for this season. This guy is our top earner, £9,000 a week, 23-year-old Englishman. He's got some good stats, just decent overall stats if we are being honest. He got a hat-trick in the Carabao Cup. Some games have been played as well, and I'll go through them later, but Kavanagh Everest is going to be our first choice goal scorer, hopefully for this season, and bringing him in on a free, that's why the wages had to be paid. Jake Nolan has made his return back to the club. We've released from Manchester United. Again, can play a multiple of roles at defensive midfielder, attacking midfielder, or right winger. Very happy to bring him in. I wanted to kind of build a core of English players to come in as well. We can't be relying on ESC slots to then lose them when they don't get a work permit. So 3,000 a week for Jake Nolan. Welcome back to the club. Speaking of ESC slots, we've got one player here, Hakor Bjornsson. Again, one player we were looking at. He was on an amateur contract in Iceland. We've managed to get him into the club finally. Now we're in the championship. £5,000 a week. Seems to be a standard wage that we are going to bring our players in for. He's going to be our first choice attacking midfielder on the right hand side. I mean, his natural position is a striker, but with 6 finishing, I don't think we were going down that route just yet. His pace, he's electric, 18 acceleration, 17 stamina, 16 pace, and 17 agility. He may lack in other areas, but he's a good explosive option on the right hand side. Now, Alexander Jovanovitsky, we've brought this guy in, Macedonian, international, 18 years of age. I mean, this guy looks absolutely fantastic. However, we couldn't get a work permit for him, so he has gone out on loan to Palermo, £1,600 a week. He's here for 4-year contract. This guy, I have a lot of high hopes for. He's only 18 years of age. Some good stats here as well with dribbling, crossing. Should be a perfect left attacking midfielder or left inside forward for ourselves. Going forward, Jason Williams, another returning face, coming back to the club after we sold him to Wimbledon for 400,000. He has joined us back on a free transfer, £1,600 a week for this guy. Welsh, not an international just yet, but I'm sure we'll make him an international. He's a right back coming in. I think we were trying to train him to play defensive midfielder. Maybe we'll pick up that again, but very happy to bring him in for such a low wage as well. Good valuation on Jason Williams. Tony Wilkins, again, might be a long episode just with the players here, but he's our defensive midfielder coming in. £4,000 a week, was released at the end of last season. Fantastic valuation at 4 to 5 million, and he's made a good start to life at Cadbury Athletic as well, scoring on his league debut. So fantastic player to bring in. Now we're coming to the end of our free players. Bradley MacArthur, another one that was released at the end of last season. We brought him in, £2,000 a week. He's just a backup, can play as an attacking midfielder or a backup striker as well. Won't go into too much detail with him, but very happy to have him into the club. This guy is probably our greatest free transfer that we have made, Alexander Donev. Now, he's not valued quite highly with his money, but £5,750 a week. Another Macedonian, 19 years of age. He's played 9 times for the national team. This guy is going to be an absolutely fantastic attacking midfielder for us. First touch of 14, 17 technique, 17 determination as well, 15 for flair and decisions. Some good physicals as well, 16 balance, 15 acceleration. Very happy to bring this guy in. Again, only 19, he will improve, and he's playing for the national team as well, so very happy to bring him in. Hopefully it'll make it a lot easier to get a work permit when we try to renew his contract. Now for the players that we brought in for a fee. The first one, Dion Sanderson, 32 years of age. We paid, was it 40,000 for him? 46,000 to bring him in. He's kind of our first choice centre back. Now, he's not a fancy signing, but I wanted to bring in someone with a lot of experience, and he fits the bill. Just that. Very good player. Again, £46,000 a week, 1.4 thousand in wages. Very happy to bring Sanderson into the club. Another returning player, Isaac Fuente. We spent 88,000 on this guy. Not sure how we got him for so cheap. £3,700 a week in wages, valued at 3 to 7 million. Very happy to bring him in again as a backup, but he can play in a multitude of positions. So happy to have Fuente back. And if you remember that wonder goal, it made it a lot easier to bring him in. Sidi Diatta, £100,000 spent on this guy. Senegalese, soon to be international, hopefully. I mean, he can play in a multitude of positions. We are training him to play as an inside forward on the left. I mean, he is naturally a winger, but this guy is fantastic. Brilliant physicals, great determination, heading, first touch and technique with a good work rate as well. So happy to see Sidi Diatta grow into his role at the club. Last two players, Charlie Scott. We spent £145,000 on this guy. Again, a backup to come in, £2,800 a week. Can play at centre back, or as a defensive midfielder, or as a right back if required. Again, another UK and Irish player coming in. Very happy. And the last player, the one that we've actually spent a lot of money on, is Daniel Hoey. I wanted a very physical centre-back at the back, and this guy fits the bill. 20 bravery, 17 jumping reach, 17 balance, he's 6'5", 13 for heading and marking, 15 tackling, 12 positioning, 14 for concentration. Very happy to get Daniel Hoy into the club. I think it was from Ipswich we brought him in from. Very happy to bring him in. Now this one, it does say 750,000, but there are some installments coming in with this one here as well. We've hopefully, we got 7 million in the balance. We've got 1.2 million transfer budget still to play with, and we've also got £47,000 in wages to use if we want to. Now, looking at how we have played already, we have played one game in the Championship. We played against, I think it was Charlton, the team that came up with us last season, and we beat them 2-1. It was a good performance. I mean, Diatta got off the mark for the club as well, even though it was a penalty. It looked quite comfortable until the last minute when Charlton did get a goal back. So Diatta, first of all, on his debut, scoring a penalty, and then Williams over to Kamara, and Wilkins thundered in the rebound on the 82nd minute, but then it came to Charlton headering in from a corner to cause us a little bit of squeaky bum time. But yeah, very happy as we came in. 18 goals, 18 shots, 8 on target, an XG of 2.87. Good possession as well. And then we followed that up with a 4-0 victory over Colchester in the Carabao Cup first round. Again, I think going on any sort of cup runs is going to be vital towards just competition prize money and the revenue that we do gain. So Sanjay out to Bjornsson, Kieran Moore into Everest. Now, as I mentioned, he got a hat-trick in this game. The first one, a nice finish, cut back on the edge of the box. Wilkins into Sanjay, Bjornsson again into Everest. I don't know if that was a Moore layoff, but they've proven to be quite a good duo at the minute. And then Everest again completed his hat-trick on the left foot. Very happy to have this guy in. And lastly, Diatta whipped it in, and Rihoy headers it in from the corner as well. Although he headed it off Bjornsson by the looks of it here. So that is kind of a rundown of how we have played so far. We're not in the Emirates FA Cup just yet. We actually enter in the third round, which is fantastic. And lastly, if we just have a look at the tactic that we are using, we are still with the 4-1-4-1 mastery. A little change here and there just to allow the players to play in their perfect role. But this kind of is our first choice team as we are looking going forward. So Paulio in goal, Sanjay at right back with Hubby, Sanderson and Rihoy. Now Sanjay, he's probably going to be swapping over with Sanderson when... Where is he gone? Where's our guy? There is it. There he is. Matthias Tejera is currently serving a suspension. So when he's back from suspension, he'll be coming in at right back. Wilkins is our ball-winning midfielder on defend with Bjornsson, Moore, Donev, Diatta and Everest up front. So we are here today to face Stoke City in the Championship, our second game of the season. Yeah, I'm not sure how we are going to perform in this league so far. We're currently 9th with 1 game and 3 points on the board. I think this is the team that we are going to start with. I mean, we have got Magawete, Kamara, who, I'm not fully sure what to do with this guy, if I am being honest, but this is how we're going to go with the team, although Fuente is unregistered at the minute, and so is Arafat Abolo. But I mean, is Fuente going to get into this? Maybe over Hanley, but we are where we are for this game so far. Don't change your winning team, as they say. Yeah, maybe I should have listened to that in the FM versus Showdown, but here we go against Stoke City. I'm not even sure if we're going to understand that any of the players are here, but we are going to pump our fists. We are the underdogs. Let's give the fans a performance to cheer for. Is there anyone that we can notice here? I mean, I don't think so. We notice our players, and that is all that matters. We are the manager for Cadbury Athletic. I mean, we are in Stoke Stadium, probably the biggest stadium that we have played in so far. And there is the table. We are currently in 9th place, a goal difference of +1. Let's get into the game. Cadbury Athletic in our brand new kits as well, and we are going to demand more off the get-go, as Sanderson down the left-hand side as our centre-back. gives it back to Rihoy, over the top to Diatta. Fantastic start so far, into more. Bjornsson, 1-0, 30 seconds on the clock, not even that, 25 seconds. Bjornsson, a fantastic shot. Sanderson into Rihoy, over to Diatta, and he's hit it first time across. I mean, Bjornsson, a wonderful finish. I mean, 22 seconds on the clock, the fastest goal we've probably scored so far in Bourne to win. I mean, a wonderful start. Can you ask for any more? I don't think you can. We're up into 3rd place. I am loving this Cadbury Athletic save so far, as Perone kicks it just over the bar. Now, I have got £45,000, I think, in wages to play around with. Not sure whether we use that just yet. I went to the board and I asked for the wage budget to be improved. Yeah, didn't think they would do it, but they did. So maybe we bring in one big player to help with this team. And Stoke, they are on the attack again here as Riveros hits it in, but Wilkins heads it clear. Perone into Mesa, that should be a goal. And Mazalu has equalised for Stoke on the 33rd minute. They're trying to spoil our party here in the Championship. I mean, Riveros hits it across. I thought Wilkins did enough to head it out, but Perone found Meza, who's chasing down in there, Hui. And to be fair, Mazalu got in just behind Sanjay as well. So they've brought one back. We are back with the status quo as Stoke kick it in, and Rayan has headed it. And I thought that was going to go over the bar, but Paulio keeps it in his arms. I mean, who's that highlight for? Is it for ourselves? I mean, Everest heads it onto Moore. It could be for ourselves here. Moore into Donev. Donev, 2-1. He's not offside. Alexander Donev, fantastic stuff on his live debut. Wonderful. I mean, this team, it never gives up. The highlight was for ourselves. Everest headed it on to Kieran Moore. Moore found Donev. I mean, Diatta was in the same place, but a wonderful finish past Edafe. Status quo has been renewed. We are back in the lead, but we're probably going to concede here now. Mesut whips it in. Moore heads it clear. Jones back to Morgan. Into Berger. Goals galore in this one. Stoke, they have come back 2-2. I mean, Berger on the right-hand side from the corner. I mean, we didn't do enough to defend this. Jones back to Morgan. I mean, was it deflected off Rihoy? Maybe it was, but we're not going to blame him for that one. Oh, there's another highlight as well. Diatta's going to whip it in, and Edafe picks it up. Is this going to be a highlight for Stoke? Just like our highlight was as well. Edafe boots it down the pitch. Sanderson heads it into Donev. Everest. I mean, back to Edafe. Who's chasing him down then? Is that Donev chasing him down? I mean, Everest is there. Let me click on you. It was Donev chasing down. Number 25. As turns, gives it back to Edafe. Into Zima. I mean, long over the top. Morgan's got it, and it's off the post. Sanjay giving it back to Paulio. Paulio was still on the floor, I think, when he passed that back to him. We're giving Stoke a game here. Their XG is 1.5. Ours is only 0.46. You know, we've been the better team. Keep doing what you're doing, and we will be just fine. I mean, we have got some good subs to bring off the bench now, at least. So we are going to demand more. 2-2, probably a fair result so far, but it's not the Cadbury Athletic way. Let's go for the kill. I mean, Bjornsson and Donev, two of our ESC slots combining. I mean, I think Magoete Kamara is our other one. Not too sure what he has to offer us for this season. Wilkins is on a booking. I mean, Jake Nolan will bring you in for Wilkins. I mean, Diatta is playing quite well. A lot of the players are looking a little bit tired though, if we are looking at this. Diatta will bring you off for Simon Nash. He had a good season last season. Speaking of Magoete Kamara, we're going to bring you in as well. I mean, Sanjay's on a 6.3. We're going to bring Jason Williams in. And we've got one more change to make. I mean, Kieran Moore and Bjornsson, they're playing fine, but who've we got to come in? We've got Ross O'Hare potentially for Bjornsson, and we'll see how we get on with that, as some highlight took place while we were making changes. 75 minutes on the clock. We're going to demand more, as well as Jones comes down the left-hand side for Stoke. and he whipped. That's going to be a goal. What a save by Paulio from Rayan, and Kamara gives it into Nash, and we have been kind of saved by Everest there. I mean, that can be a booking or just a telling off. Now we are positive. I might drop us down just into cautious as Nolan hits it back to Hoy, and it is just off the bar as well. I didn't think we'd score from that position, but yeah, we can't complain too much. We're going to go cautious just for the last 10 minutes of the game. It's the formation and mentality that we played last season. And to be honest, I think we're going to get a draw here. Yeah, I'm quite proud of the team for that. I mean, Don Evan Moore doing very well. Everest on a 6.3. Wasn't fantastic, but yeah, we can't complain. I mean, you know what? We're going to praise them for that. We avoided defeat. Well done to the lads. Now, we'll be looking to make this a bit more of an episodic series going forward. A big game coming up, I can see already, is going to be Birmingham City in November. So we are going to be back for that game. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, please let me know down below. Hit the like button and subscribe. I'm loving this series. I hope you are too. And I'll see you on the next episode.